Well, it looks like Republicans are finding out that they should have read Project 2025 because Kate Britt, Congresswoman of Alabama, just found out that on page 461, Trump and his entire cabinet did indeed write down that they would defund the NIH funding that was going to the University of Alabama. And the University of Alabama is the #1 employer of Alabama. And they get about $413 million from the federal government in, grants and research. And with that funding cut off, it's really going to hurt her state, specifically white women, because the college actually consists between undergraduate and graduate programs. It's about 60% women who actually attend the University of Alabama. So she's all up in arms saying that we should do some more targeting approaches to cut funding. So she's not okay when we cut funding to white women, who mostly voted for Trump, by the way. But it's totally okay. She didn't say anything when they cut funding to Head Start programs or programs where children of color would get free or reduced lunch. That's okay with her, apparently, because she didn't say anything against it. So we'll see what they do, but it looks like they are finding out that Project 2025 was indeed the plan all along. So good luck.
DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, has only been around for about 20 days. It's been around since January 20th. It's February 9th today, right? Guess how much money it saved from taxpayers? Can you guess? $75 billion today. That's insane. I remember last year there was people that were like, hey, if Elon Musk donated like $50 billion, he could end world hunger. Well, guess what? Our government could have done that too. Obviously, that's per year. But it's like, our government could have done that in 20 days because of a lot of useless spending that we were doing. So, and it was government officials that were telling Elon Musk, like, oh yeah, you should donate all this money, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to defend a billionaire or whatever. I just think it's really funny that a lot of these officials were like, oh yeah, you could end this, when they could have the whole time.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So according to this creator, she's saying that MAGAs would have just had time to read the Project 2025. With all the whole regret that we're seeing on social media, they coming out to say, oh, we regret voting for this person. We regret our vote at this time. They would have just taken time to read the Project 2025. Maybe they would have had a better decision. Maybe, just maybe, they would have made a better decision by seeing what is in it and understanding the policies that will be passed after this person resumes office. So, but a lot of them didn't have that time to really go through the Project 2025 because it's so voluminous and a lot of them didn't have that time. But people that went through it were there telling them, but because they didn't have first-hand information, they didn't believe them. And with all the mass deportation, the whole executive orders, the whole tariff, they're all worried. Let's go check out what these creators have to say, then we come back and talk more.
If you rely on federal student loans or Pell Grants, listen up. And this includes not only students, but also parents who are getting Parent Plus loans. President Trump's budget office today, Monday, January 27th, ordered all federal agencies to temporarily block disbursement of grants and loans other than for Social Security, Medicare, and other programs providing direct aid to individuals. This order includes Pell Grants and federal student loans, including direct loans, direct Grad Plus loans, and direct Parent Plus loan disbursements. Pell Grant money hasn't been dispersed yet, neither have federal student loans. If you're impacted, your school probably already knows about it. I don't know how schools are going to react, but it's a good idea to call your college first thing in the morning to see if this is going to impact your enrollment for the spring semester. The memo says the temporary pause, effective starting at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, is intended to ensure agencies are complying with Trump's executive orders to root out Marxist equity, transgenderism, and Green New Deal social engineering policies from programs within their purview. The pause could also affect a wide range of programs that aid lower-income households, including Medicaid, school breakfast and lunch programs, Section 8 rental assistance, Title I education grants, temporary assistance for needy families, state grants for child care, Head Start, and the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC. I'm sure there are going to be lawsuits over this, and I have no idea how it's all going to turn out. Suffice to say, this is going to impact the daily lives of millions of Americans.
In the building behind me, Elon Musk is seizing power from the American people. Elon Musk spent $280 million to buy an election for Donald Trump. Now, Elon Musk is here to collect on his investment. He is here to seize power for himself. We are here to fight back. Musk has grabbed control of America's payment system. This is the system that makes sure that your grandpa gets his Social Security check on time. This is the system that makes sure that your mom's doctor gets paid for her Medicare exam. Elon Musk wants the power to turn that on, to turn that off. No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one Republican in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one independent in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one libertarian in America voted for Elon Musk. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
Should you call this a great awakening, or should you call it a self-awareness thing? Because when you see some of these videos, you just keep wondering. Now, let's take it a bit back. When the whole campaign thing was happening and Elon Musk was in their campaign team, like he was part of the whole thing, they didn't call him out. They didn't come out to say, oh, you need to go back to South Africa. They didn't say that. They didn't say he was there to take something from them. And right now that you guys have had fun with the whole billionaire thing, having a billionaire in your team, you were so excited. Being a part of the people that was going to, help you guys deliver the votes, you were so excited. And just now that this whole thing is happening, the whole DOGE thing is happening, you are not calling Elon Musk out, and you saying you are here to take back or to fight back. What exactly are you fighting back for? I'm just like on a random way, like thinking out loud. I just want to know exactly what they're fighting for, right? He's saying that he's here to make America better, make America great. Is that not the team anymore? That's been the team. So he's making America great, and I don't see the reason why this guy should be calling him out, because the plan was to make America great, and you all are pursuing the same goal and the same aspiration. Like, you have the same vision. Just let him do his thing while you guys stay tuned to enjoy the whole make America great again. Don't call him out. It's just too early to start calling someone out. Someone who happened to be a part of you. Now you're calling him out? No, don't do that.
America is being played by the world's richest man. Let's be clear. There's not a voter in America that doesn't want to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse in government. There's not a Democrat or Republican or independent out there that's just like, yeah, let's let the government waste all of our tax dollars because who cares? Everybody wants the government to be responsible with our money. But what Elon is doing with our agencies and departments has nothing to do with our money and everything to do with his money. If we really wanted to save money, the very first agency the newly minted Department of Government Efficiency should have audited would have been the Department of Defense, since it's the second largest category of government spending, and the Pentagon has failed its annual audit 7 years in a row. In fact, it hasn't passed an audit since the Department of Defense became required to have audits because they couldn't fully account for where their money was going. But did DOGE start there? No. DOGE started with USAID and the Consumer Financial Protection Board, and they're all up in Treasury and Transportation and the EPA. They started with the agencies and departments that are specifically connected to Elon's personal wealth. Not yours. His. Because between Elon's 4 main companies, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and X, Elon is under multiple investigations. He's in active lawsuits. He has multiple violations and fines levied on him, including OSHA violations and oversight violations and union violations, and court orders from multiple departments he and his boy wonders are now actively hacking. Use logic. Do you think that's for your benefit? So the American people can save money? No, that is for him. So he doesn't lose money. It was a USAID Inspector General who was investigating Starlink's potentially illegal behavior in Russia and Ukraine, just like it was the head of the FAA who was looking into what caused Elon's recent rocket explosion that severely impacted the flight routes of American commercial aircrafts. The National Labor Relations Board has been all over Elon because he treats his employees like shit. He claims to be this great environmental protector, but he is actively helping to shut down the Environmental Protection Agency so they can stop watching what he's doing. None of this is about the American people. This government doesn't care about our tax dollars being wasted or our ever-growing debt. In Donald Trump's first 4 years as president, he increased our national debt by 40%. Not because he gave the people health care, improved our infrastructure or quality of education or our lives, but because he gave the richest Americans and biggest corporations gigantic unnecessary tax cuts. Trump made sure that you could write off your private plane and your yacht, but not more than $250 for teacher classroom supplies. This isn't about wasteful spending. The government just threw down $20 million so the president could watch the first half of the Super Bowl and then leave. No, what's happening right now has nothing to do with being responsible with the people's money. As a businessman, Donald Trump ran 6 businesses that declared bankruptcy because they couldn't pay their bills. He spends money like water with no sense of cost. That's why the job of government efficiency went to Elon. But Elon's in it for himself. Elon wants lucrative government contracts, but he doesn't want to be monitored or held accountable for his negligence or potential crimes. Elon wants to be untouchable, so he and his minions are making it so. The inspector general that was looking into Starlink in Ukraine? Fired. The head of the FAA who was looking into the SpaceX crash? Fired. The biggest Tesla plant in the world is now in Shanghai, China, the one country that serves to benefit the most if America shuts down USAID and stops wielding their soft power and influence around the world by helping people. China's just ready to go, ready to fill in that gap USAID leaves when Elon puts the agency into, quote, the wood chipper. Look, even if you don't care about feeding starving children or helping the poor or stemming the rise of disease, closing this agency means America loses world influence. The world becomes more unstable, and China, who will no doubt reward Elon mightily for this sabotage, rises. So please stop thinking what Elon's doing has anything to do with you. Elon is not working for America. Elon is working for Elon. And if that means he has to do the bidding of China or Russia or Saudi Arabia, it doesn't matter. Elon's making sure that Elon is the world's first trillionaire, the untouchable king of the world. So Donald Trump may have made promises to MAGA and the American people, but Elon is just rolling him to take care of himself. Look at that most recent press conference in the Oval Office. Who was talking? Elon. Elon was running his mouth while his kid picked his nose beside the impotent commander-in-chief. And that is not good. That's not good for any one of us. Remember, if any of these actions were actually about saving us money, Elon would have gone into those agencies with accountants and auditors. But he locked us out and went in with programmers. Programmers loyal only to him. Wake up. America is being played by the world's richest man.
This is getting seriouser than we all thought. Like with the whole MAGA and Elon, this is worse than we all expected. You know, one time I said it that their whole issue started a bit earlier. Like it's so fast. It didn't take a month. It didn't take long at all. And we started seeing pictures and videos of Elon and people talking about him. And these people are not people from the other side. I'm talking MAGAs who are everywhere protesting against him. In fact, I saw a woman like a MAGA who carried a placard on the road and was saying, "Arrest Elon." Like, are you serious right now? The way MAGAs made this whole thing look as if the other people on the left, they didn't know what they were saying. They were everywhere telling them this was coming. There will be a time you guys will want unity. There will be a time you guys will want this. Because we might not be ready or able to fight alongside you. You might have to do all of that yourself. But why don't you do something better now by refusing this from the beginning, from the onset? If they had listened, I don't think all of this would have happened. Like, the whole thing that happened right now may never had happened, because somebody else might just be there, right? But MAGA chose the path that they chose, and now they are the ones regretting and also asking for help and sympathy and coming together. Like, they are asking for everything at the same time. I don't know who told MAGAs that the billionaires really care so much about them. Like, they have your time and energy, really? They don't care. They don't know what you need or where you are or what you'll be needing. They don't. They're already made. Okay. So for somebody who is already a billionaire, the next thing he'll be wanting is to become a trillionaire. Like, his wants and needs keeps expanding. But you, being a MAGA who is just managing a part of the house, right? And you decided to vote for a billionaire to come into power. He doesn't understand what you're going through. He has never been there. And even if he has been there, it's quite long. It might not be the same magnitude as your own. And another thing to note is that those days, things were better off than now. So when I see MAGAs talk about whole Elon and how he had made them feel, I just wonder, like, what were you expecting? What was your thought when you chose a billionaire over somebody who was ready to work for the American people? All of these are something that you need to sit down and ask yourself, okay? Both as a MAGA, as a Democrat. I just hope that people find what they're looking for. This is a tough time for everyone, but I just hope that people are able to find what they're looking for. Whatever you're voting for, I hope you find it. I really hope you find what you voted for, because sometimes, elections, votes, they all have consequences, and whatever you voted for might just be what you get, right? Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let's have that conversation in the comment section, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.